What's something that made you angrier than you have ever been? When I was 12, my mom married Richard, a pediatric surgeon who seemed perfect on paper. He moved us into his massive house, bought me the latest iPhone, and always bragged about having a stepson. I remember thinking how lucky I was, especially when he'd take me to his hospital and let me shadow him while he worked with kids. But everything changed when my little brother Tommy was born. Richard became obsessed with making Tommy a medical prodigy. He'd force him to study anatomy flashcards instead of playing with toys. By age 4, Tommy could name every bone in the human body, but he'd never been to a playground. I started noticing bruises on Tommy's arms. When I asked, Richard said they were from training exercises to steady his hands for surgery. He'd make Tommy practice sutures on oranges for hours, squeezing his wrist until it bruised if his stitches weren't perfect. My mom worked night shifts as a nurse, so she rarely saw what happened. When I told her, Richard convinced her I was jealous of Tommy's special education. He even showed her videos of Tommy perfectly reciting medical terms, saying, "See, he loves learning." One night, I heard Tommy crying in the study. I found Richard forcing him to memorize surgical procedures, slapping his face each time he made a mistake. Tommy was shaking, holding an ice pack to his cheek. That's when I started recording everything on my phone. For 3 months, I gathered evidence. Videos of Richard screaming